Something's got to change. Something has got to change in Foxborough. The Patriots lost their fourth game in a row, losing the Miami Dolphins in a horrific ball game, 15-10. And I know a lot of you guys are feeling the exact same way I am. Just 110% frustrated. Frustrated by the penalties. Frustrated by the lack of first downs. Frustrated by the play calling. When is it going to change? It could be something as simple as a quarterback change. It could be something as simple as a free agent signing. But something has to change. This is becoming a horrible trend that seems to be going nowhere in the right direction for the New England Patriots. And there are several things that, in my opinion, I think are just absolutely getting worse as the season goes on. And that's just what you can't have here. So we're going to break down my instant reaction. This is full-blown, pissed off, frustrated, instant reaction to what we just saw because I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed for what just happened. But before we hop into it, go on ahead and do one thing for me. Hit that sub button for me. Unfortunately, we have to watch the Patriots do this every single Sunday. Every single Sunday. Until something changes. But the good news is that I will be here through thick and thin with you guys, going through the dirt if we have to. I've got you covered. Free play-by-play highlights and, of course, a pissed-off instant reaction. So hit that sub button for me. Let's go on ahead and jump into what I saw from the individual stats. We'll get into the team stats here in just a moment, but let's start with the man of the hour, right? Let's start with Jacoby Brissett, because I've got people calling for a Jacoby Brissett benching after a first half. That is how bad it has gotten. And I have been on the Jacoby Brissett train in terms of allowing Drake Maye to learn, in terms of having a veteran presence in the pocket and avoiding the sacks and getting away from pressure. But the football IQ was not there in week 5. I am so sick of not passing for over 200 yards. And I know, Allie, Jacoby Brissett's never been a big playmaker. You can throw for over 200 yards. You're a veteran quarterback with 10 seasons under your belt, and you can't get over 200 passing yards. You went 18 for 34 with no touchdowns. And we'll talk about Polk's touchdown in a minute because that's a whole other thing. Being sacked several times does not help him. He still needs help on the offensive line. I apologize. I'm looking down at the stats here right now. Once again, Jacoby Brissett was actually only sacked 2 times this game. He got sacked 6 times against San Francisco, but it's the pressure. It's the 9 quarterback hits. It's the 6 passes deflected. It's the 5 tackles for loss. Jacoby Brissett has now proved that he cannot win for the Patriots. He can't. And I think it's time that you now play Drake Maye. I do, and I cannot believe I'm saying that. I have 100% been on the Jacoby Brissett train until it is time, but it is time. You need a shift in energy. You need a shift in your locker room. You need somebody that's going to throw more than 200 yards in a ball game, and I don't know if that's Drake Maye. We've never seen him, but I've seen 5 weeks of this, and I'm done. I am done. I understand our offensive line is what it could be hindering the Patriots from starting somebody like Drake Maye, but they finally got Pop Douglas back in the rotation of the receiving core. 6 receptions for 59 yards. How many times do I have to say Pop Douglas needs to be your wide receiver 1? But I also did enjoy how he got Jalen Polk involved. And I will be honest right now, all right? Jalen Polk getting absolutely robbed of a touchdown to win the ball game with less than a minute left to go. Jalen Polk climbing the ladder, getting his left foot in and getting his right toe in, but because the heel was hovering over the out-of-bounds line, not touching it, hovering over the out-of-bounds line, it is an incomplete pass. So Brissett did try to win this ball game. In my opinion, Brissett did win this ball game for the Patriots, but because of a technicality, he did not get the touchdown. And then you've got Rhamondre Stevenson, right? The run game looked better. The ball security was tight. The first game of this year that he has not fumbled. Credit to Rhamondre Stevenson. He goes out towards the end of the ball game, tweaked his ankle. We haven't had any injury updates on him just yet, but we will keep an eye on Rhamondre Stevenson. But Antonio Gibson comes in, and I like that Antonio Gibson actually started this ball game. He started in the backfield because he said, if you don't have ball security, you're going to lose your job, Rhamondre. So it was a little bit of a brain teaser there for Rhamondre. How bad do you want it? And guess what? He didn't fumble, did he? Didn't fumble. Gibson was a huge asset on offense. And I am still on board with splitting. I'm okay if neither of these running backs get over 100 yards, if they both combine for over 50, if they both combine for 80 yards and 60 yards, 90 yards and 80 yards. I like throwing Gibson and Rhamondre Stevenson at the defense. I think that switches it up. I think that they've got a good chemistry going on here that could possibly help out in the future. But overall, you're not going to be able to get anything done if you have Jacoby Brissett in the backfield. And I'm on that wave now. I understand it now. I understand the offensive line is also dog shit. I am fully aware of that. But it has gotten to a point now where Jacoby Brissett just has done his job. And I just don't know if this is the right call anymore. But I want to ask you guys this, because that's why we had Patriots Today by Chat Sports. You know, I don't want to ever talk about something that you guys don't get to have an opinion on. So I have a question here right now. Who would you start in Week 6? Type JB for Brissett. Type DM for May. Let me know who you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. I know a lot of you guys are going to be on the Drake Maye train, and we're going to talk about that more in this upcoming week as well. But let me know what you guys are thinking, and we'll break down the defensive stats and how the offense did for the Dolphins, and we'll talk about the team as a whole, because overall it was a horrible game. It really was a horrible game, not just for the Patriots, but also for the Dolphins. And that's what makes it so frustrating, is that was a break for the Patriots to win, and they still couldn't execute it. So let me tell you about that in just one moment. But let me tell you real quick about our sponsor here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. We're talking about Game Time. If you guys are looking for the best way to get tickets to any Patriots game, Celtics, Bruins, Red Sox, or any concert, comedy show, theater event, Game Time is the app for you. I've been using Game Time for every sporting event that I need and concerts, because they always look out for you and make sure you've got the lowest price guaranteed. Make sure that you've got last minute ticket deals, so that way if you guys do decide to change your mind and go last minute, you've got it covered. And you get to see the view from your seat before you buy your tickets with a nice little 3D panoramic view. So if that's what you guys are looking for, here I'm going to give you one more feature to get you guys on Game Time. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands and thousands of tickets. If you guys want to go on ahead and get started, it's super easy. All you have got to do is download the Game Time app today, use promo code CHATSPORTS, CHATSPORTS, for $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms apply. Again, go on ahead, use promo code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms do apply. Download the Game Time app today, because what time is it? It's game time. Let's talk about what the Dolphins did, because they struggled. They struggled big time, to the point where I'm thinking there's no way the Patriots can fumble this. Just don't play as shitty as the Dolphins are. But Huntley, 194 yards, 1 interception. Shout out Christian Gonzalez. Got his first interception of the year, which is great. 18 for 31. But here's the thing that really got me. And, you know, we can go through the top receivers, right? We can go through Tyreek Hill. We can sit here and show you guys what Raheem Mostert did. They even lost Devon Achane. They lost him in the first half due to a concussion. But then Jalen Wright comes in and actually tags on more yards than Raheem Mostert. The defense was exhausted. And we can go through all these stats. That's great. That shows you how dominant the other team was over this team and what can change and whatnot. But here are some stats that I really want to show you, okay? Number 1, 3 turnovers. It was fumbled snaps. It was blocked punts. I mean, it was every mistake you can make as a team. The Dolphins were doing it, and we still couldn't capitalize on that. That pisses me off, number 1. If they're going to hand that to you, you better take advantage of that. And then with the Patriots offense, having 2 turnovers as well. 1 interception, 1 fumble. Time of possession was winning against the Dolphins, 28 minutes, and then you had 31 minutes of possession for the Patriots. But here is what I am really starting to see. Number one, 12 penalties for 105 yards for the Patriots. To the Dolphins, 6 penalties. The penalties are atrocious. The penalties cannot happen. And that's been, unfortunately, a reoccurring trend for the Patriots so far this season. And then the other thing that has truly just blown my mind is the lack of first downs. I'm sitting here watching the defense, the Miami Dolphins offense struggle just as much as the Patriots are, but they can get a first down. They can move the chains a lot less of a hassle than the Patriots do. In terms of first downs, the Dolphins had 24 first downs in this ballgame while the Patriots had 15. The Patriots had 3 more first downs and penalties. That's why you didn't win. You can blame the O-line. You can blame the tired defense. You can blame the play calling. You will not win with 3 more first downs than penalties. That needs to change. That is a reoccurring trend. That is a stat you need to continuously watch. And it's frustrating. Things need to change, and I think it starts with the quarterback. I do. You got through a really tough part of your season with playing the Jets, the Niners, the Seahawks, the Dolphins. Now you got the Houstons next week who are taking on the Bills right now and absolutely running them for their money. It's not going to be easy next week, but you got to make a change. And I think you guys agree with me. I know you guys were calling for a change even in the middle of the game, so I get it, and I hear you, and I am just as frustrated as you are, trust me, because I know that this team has potential, but they're just not showing it right now. So I want to ask you guys one more question before we head on out. Let me take that possession off there because that doesn't have anything to do with this anymore. Grade the Patriots Week 5 loss. I'm giving it a D. I'm not going to give it an F because Rhamondre Stevenson found the end zone again. Christian Gonzalez, he got his first interception. There was some life. There was some life in the Patriots offense trying to score in the last minute, and it left Gillette Stadium on their feet. And they didn't give up. So I'm not giving them an F. But a D? Come on, man. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. Nonetheless, go on ahead and hit that sub button for me if you guys haven't already as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me on the Week 5 watch party. I'll be back next week as well. We're going to talk a lot about the changes that need to happen this week on this channel. So go on ahead and hit that sub button for me if you guys haven't already.